Hi guys, welcome to stage 2. This is where the net comes in. After the rings, obviously, the net itself is what's going to make the crab pot, both from a durability point of view and a functionality point of view. Whether you're buying a lure or a reel or any other piece of fishing or angling equipment, you be aware that you get what you pay for. A lot of the pots that are being distributed in Australia now are basically made out of fairy floss. They don't last 5 minutes. Our pots are designed to last a long time, hopefully longer than anything that you've ever purchased in the market before. We're going to take you and show you in close-up detail some of the features of this net. But for now, what I want you to understand is that all of the materials that we use in our manufacturing process are HDPE, which is high-density polyethylene. This is the highest UV rating that you can get for this type of material. Most of the stuff that comes into Australia, they'll claim that it's HDPE, but it's not. We source all of our own materials. This is our factory. This is our reputation. The first thing that might interest you guys, we get a lot of questions from people about the mesh size. 55 millimeter from knot to knot. Now this is an articulated pot, which means it's made out of 2 pieces of material that are being sewn together. So in order to make sure that our pots don't come apart, we start with very tough material. You can see that the knots on any joins are double or triple stitched, so very good tight knots. We also use stainless steel clips. These are 3 or 4 stainless steel clips at certain points in the process to hold the pots together. Those aren't going to come undone. The materials, as far as the cords that we use for the sewn-in bait bag and the drawstrings, this is a 3.5 millimeter cord. The drawstring is a 4 millimeter cord, and the bait bag is also made out of a 4 millimeter mesh. And this is because the crab is working away at that, trying to get into the bait. We want that bait bag to last. All right, and there's one final secret to this part of the process that I'll show you. Here's a piece of net that I prepared earlier. What you'll see in a lot of the pots that come into Australia is a lot of this, the end pieces being frayed. There's a couple problems with this. It looks sloppy first of all, but it can also lead, once this works its way back to the knot itself becoming loose and popping out under tension. So what we do is we use a hot knife. Each of our joins is cut that way. You can see that there's a little bit of a lip on each one of those. So if it did happen to work its way back to this knot, that's going to act as a bit of an anchor to keep that piece of mesh from slipping through that knot. So it's just a bit of extra security, and we want everything to look nice and tidy. We want you guys, when you take your mates out on the water, we want you to show them these crab pots, and we want them to be jealous. We want you to be able to brag about the fact that you've got the best pots on the water. So this is what we do when we're cutting, is we make sure that everything there is melted off nice and clean. All right, now that we're done looking at the net, let's go and have a look at one of the crab pots fully assembled. I'll walk you through the setup process, the breakdown process, and we'll also point out some unique features and benefits of our Fishing Queensland crab pots.